Hey guys, I have a few ideas for some content for my channel. I know that the big like anti-MLM stuff has already been a thing, but I am a part of an MLM and I would just like to share my experience with that. It's not a bad experience, however, it's not a good one. I never made any money. Thought I would share about that. And I am also an Amazon influencer. I'm not really sure what that means. They invited me and I said yes, and I don't do it anymore. I was working real hard at it, but you don't make any money, so, or I just don't know how, maybe. But so I thought I'd share about that and like how these could be like kind of scammy in a way. And I also thought I would start talking about like celebrity gossip. I don't know a whole lot, although I'm really into it, like the Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber drama and stuff like that. And Taylor Swift. Yeah, what's going on with her? Okay, I don't know if that woman is even real. Also, I'm into conspiracy theories. Let's see, Dolly the sheep. Does anybody remember that? I think it was 2001 that sheep was cloned. And then they have, apparently there's 14 cloned babies out there that I don't know. I've never seen them in the news or anything. I don't remember seeing them in the news. However, I was a teenager when all this went down, and I do remember them. It's a Canadian company that started the cloning process, and they say that they shut all that down due to poor management. Just realized I didn't finish talking about Dolly the sheep, and I wanted to quickly wrap that video up. And yeah, these are just a few things that I want to talk about in the next few weeks on my channel. Dolly the sheep was born July 5th, 1996 in Scotland, United Kingdom. Now, see, I've read that in the United Kingdom, but I've also read Canada. So they say that the sheep died on February 14th, 2003, and I know that she had a litter. So there are more of her, I guess you could say. She's the first mammal cloned from an adult somatic cell, named after Dolly Parton. So we're going to, okay, so I just put in Google Canadian cloning Dolly the sheep, and it says Dolly the sheep was cloned at the Roslin Institute in Edinburgh. Excuse my voice, I'm sorry. So the process is pretty weird. A mammary gland cell from a Finn Dorset sheep was used as the donor cell, and the nucleus from this cell was removed and placed in an egg from a Scottish blackface sheep that had also had its nucleus removed. The hybrid cell was then stimulated to divide with an electric shock and implanted into a surrogate mother. Okay, wow. So she was born July 5th, 1996. The Roslin Institute announced Dolly's birth into the public on February 22nd, 1997. The news media caused a media frenzy, basically, and debate about ethics of cloning. What do you think about cloning? Do you think it's ethical? After her death, her body, Dolly the sheep's body, was donated to the National Museum of Scotland in Edinburgh. It's a very popular exhibit, apparently. So, okay. Now, I know that they did clone babies. Clonaid. It's called Clonaid. Clonaid. So, I was reading one day. Okay, listen to this also. Okay. On December 27th, 2002, the group announced the birth of the first cloned baby. The baby's name is Eve. Had been born the day before, so born December 26th, 2002, and by 2004, Clonaid claimed to have brought successfully 14
14 other human clones to life. Okay, here's another question. How many cloned humans are there? No one has ever cloned a human being. Not what I just read. So, okay, they say that they came back. Years later, they came back and they said it wasn't true. I I wish I could. I'll try and link some pages for you guys to go check out, some news articles that I found on this, but some people say it was a scam, that it was fake, and other people say absolutely they clone these babies because people, they lose their child and they want to replace their child. And as crazy as that sounds, I'm sure that there are people that do that. So I'm so sorry if you are someone that would do that. Personally, that's not going to be my child. It's unethical in my opinion. It's playing God in my opinion. And I want to know what happened to these 14 cloned babies. Who did they belong to? Also read, this was weeks ago. I'll dig through all my articles on my history on my browser, so I make sure to get you the articles so you can read them too. But I read that these people did not want their names to be out there. They didn't want their kids' names out there, and then they come back and they say, "Oh, just kidding. We didn't actually clone anybody." But what's the truth? And then I also read that they ended up closing due to poor management. They're they are a huge company. How can you have poor management if you know how to clone people? You can't manage people? That just doesn't make much sense to me. Something's going on. Okay, so I don't remember where I was, but I decided to look up an article and just see what people had said about this. This was written in January 2003, and it says the journalist who said he would oversee DNA testing to verify a company's claim it had produced a human clone said Monday he had dropped his efforts for lack of cooperation and could not rule out the possibility of an elaborate hoax. So he doesn't know whether or not it's a hoax. That's great. So initially, they promised the DNA testing. Officials with Clonaid, the company that announced December 27th the birth of the world's first cloned baby, initially promised DNA testing but later backed off. Clonaid said the parents of the 7-pound baby girl, actually have refused to allow it. Which, I mean, if I cloned a baby, I don't think I would want anybody to know either. That seems pretty dangerous for the child. The team of scientists have had no access to the alleged family, and therefore cannot verify firsthand that the claim that a human baby has been cloned. Um, This is Michael Guerlin, a former ABC Science editor who had offered to arrange the testing. Experts who had been demanding independent verification said Clonate had never had credibility with the scientific community. They said, "We don't find it surprising that they are not in a position to offer any data," said Sean Tipton, and he's a spokesperson for the American Society of Reproductive Medicine in Washington, D.C. Now, this is in 2003. So, we have been ignoring it because we don't view it as a scientifically valid statement. So, basically, they just came out and said, "Hey, we cloned babies." And that's it. They didn't give you any proof. No DNA testing, no pictures of the baby, did not give you the names of the parents, did not give you, they gave you names like Eve. One of the names of the babies was Amy. They gave you the sex of the baby, but they did not show you the baby, tell you how they made the baby, did give you the DNA test of the baby, or tell you the parents' names, or even, to people who you can trust. So I mean, is it fake, or did the government step in and say, "Hey, you're onto something here, peeps"? I know I read an article saying that they closed because of poor management. I'll Google that. But yeah, don't you think the government would be all over that? Now, in other countries like the United Kingdom and I don't know what other one I can't think, but they have completely banned it. It is illegal, and it's also illegal in the United States as well. Okay, I'm completely wrong on Clonade, by the way. Clonade is an American-based human cloning organization registered as a company in the Bahamas. Founded in 1997, it has philosophical ties to the UFO religion, realism, which sees cloning as the first step in achieving immortality. You guys, when you clone something, it's not going to be exactly the same. Bad things will happen. Oh, oh. So, media coverage of the claim about the first baby born um, sparked an ethical debate that lasted more than a year. Florida attorney Bernard Siegel tried to appoint a guardian over the baby, Eve, from Clonade, because he was afraid that they might treat the baby like a lab rat. That's very kind of that man. Siegel, who he had actually found out that the company's name was not Clonade, and he decided that Clonade was a sham, that this whole project was a sham. Bioethicist Clara Alto condemned Clonade for premature human experimentation and noted the high incidence of malformation and thousands of fetal deaths in animal cloning. This was all happening while Bill Clinton was in office. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'll do more research on this. This is a very interesting topic that I want to talk about more. However, I've got things I've got to finish up. So let me know if you want to hear more about that or if you want to hear more about something else. But thank you for listening, and please like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more about this and more about other conspiracy theories. I am going to start doing more conspiracy theory videos because I love them, because they're not theories when they're facts, right? So you guys have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. Don't forget to get outside, get some sunshine, drink your water, take your vitamin C, because listen, I'm sick. What happened? I didn't sound like this earlier today. Maybe it's allergies. So, yes, get outside, get some exercise, go for a walk, do something for you, wash your hair, cut your hair, color your hair. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do all that. Just give yourself some love because you deserve it. And I hope that you stick around and watch my next video. Thank you guys for being here. Bye.